For the past 5 years, animal protection organizations have systematically documented and denounced severe infringement of European Regulation 1/2005 protecting animal welfare during live animal transportation, both within the European Union and to third countries. I would first like to introduce Gabriel Speech, the EU Director of Animals International, to present their investigations. Animals International is the international branch of Animals Australia, the very influential NGO who has been very successful with tackling live exports from Australia. However, as a consequence, we have seen increased live animal exports from the EU. Therefore, Animals International has invested a lot in systematic investigation from EU to third countries. Gabriel Speech has been part of this investigation team, and he will give us an overview of the most important findings. The floor is yours. Welcome.
It's on? Yeah. Thank you very much for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, like you just said, we've been doing significant progress regarding putting an end to live export from Australia to European Union, but what happened to Middle East? But what happened? We replaced a problem with another. Now all this gap has been taken over by export from European countries, and the image behind us and the vision that I'm about to show you speaks about what we are here today. This animal has been born in Lithuania. Shortly after his birth, he was taken by trucks to a very long journey on road, all the way from the Baltic Sea to the south, to the Mediterranean Sea, and then he, together with other thousands of animals, have been on rough seas from a harbor in the Mediterranean, in Croatia, all the way to Israel. And then he was moved onto another truck through the checkpoints to Palestine, just to suffer the most horrible death of all. With his last breath, he looked into my eyes and he asked me to be his voice. He asked me to be his advocate and also the advocate for other millions of animals which we export each year from European Union to the Middle East and North Africa and Turkey, but also to be the advocate of the other millions of animals who deserve a better life in their own country. Like you well said, my organization, Animals International, is the global arm of Animals Australia, which is very well known for making investigations in long-distance transport by sea. And we did that in many regions around the world in the past decade. And the change has come. And now it's the turn of Europe to make a change in this trade. So what you're about to see, it's basically documentation taken in destination countries such as Palestine, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, and Turkey. Everything that you are about to see is business as usual. These are not isolated incidents like the live export industry like to argue, or their supporting decision makers. This is what's happening in a daily basis in all the destinations without any exceptions. Plus in other destinations such as Libya, where we have not been able to step on that soil. We don't have much time, so that's why all those hundreds of hours that we have been filmed, maybe even thousands, that have been watched by my colleague Gerrit, who is here with me in this room. And thank you, Gerrit, very much for having the strength to watch these hundreds of hour footage and bring to our attention these 4 or 5 minutes of edit. What you will see in this short movie, it's actually animals from Ireland, France, Spain, Czech Republic, Lithuania, Hungary, and Romania, being slaughtered with methods which are completely illegal in European Union and completely disregards OIE standards and protocols. So I will play the movie and then we have another short talk afterwards. We start with Turkey. I'll make a stop here because this is a very interesting thing, and just to sum up what we have seen so far, basically terrified, fully conscious European animals being hoisted up to the ceiling by one rear leg with a chain or restrained with ropes, having their throat cut with multiple uses of knife, in many cases by untrained workers, causing, like in this case, unnecessary suffering with electric prods applied to an animal who was stuck into some structures, and one man grabbing his eye from inside. These kind of workers are doing this kind of work in a daily basis, and I will go on from here. It's just a bit more to see. So far we have seen Turkey, Palestine, and that's Lebanon. It's a French animal being treated in this way. The reason why he's holding the eyes like that, we don't know. We just can imagine things. And when they are provided with equipment which should satisfy some requirements which have to do with halal slaughter, basically they are provided with such full inversion boxes. Those equipments become on a daily basis additional instruments for torture. You see again multiple cut throats. And last but not least, unhygienic environments of slaughter, which poses also questions of human health. This is the shortcut we prepared. In any case, if it's needed, we do have hundreds of hours of such footage of more animals from more European countries to all those destinations. I feel quite sure that you dislike what you have seen as much as I do, but we should be aware the existing legal framework is not able to prevent this to happen. It's actually tolerating it and even encouraging it. This trade was allowed to go on so far for the simple reason that such visuals were kept away of people's eyes. But it is my role to bring it today in the attention of millions of Europeans and decision makers. And it's very important to know that eventually all animals exported from European Union, including breeding animals, dairy animals, and their offsprings, will be killed in this way. I also want to let you know that I have been showing this footage to religious leaders in the Middle East, and they have one strong reaction to that. This is not halal, this is haram. For those who don't know what this means, halal would be translated in this is the way, and haram means this is not the way. So it's themselves saying this is not okay, and it's our obligation to respect that and to listen to that. These are countries which are ready to import frozen and chilled meat, and I think we are able to provide them with that. I think that the single image of this Lithuanian bull should be enough to end this trade. And I want to close my short speech by adding that I just remind the words that someone greater than me said a while ago when slavery trade was ended. He said, "You may choose to look the other way, but from now on you cannot say you didn't know." Live export exists, it should not. People in this room, decision makers in European governments and European Commission have the power to decide. And they have actually the chance to be remembered of those who supported unnecessary cruelty, or to be celebrated later on as those who made it history. Thank you very much.